reflection, outward manifestation, community service, general well-being, and caring back to one another. And here we have some very special guests who are going to detail a little bit more, not only about the festival, but what is about to go on today. And we'll begin with Dr. Alex Karazi, who is not only the president of Masjid-e-Ai, but also the president of the Interfaith Council of Franklin Township. Dr. Karazi, tell us some more.
Sure. Just a correction, and I'm the councilman here.
And I forgot that he's the councilman here.
That's okay. We have a new president who is Reverend Sonia Red.
Okay.
She's the new president of Interfaith Council.
Ah, a woman, yes. Okay. Yes, okay. Wonderful.
Thank you so much. First of all, thank you, Franklin Reporter. You know, this is the third year that we have in this lighting event. And this will be the fourth. So in the past, in the past 3 years, we used to have it at gazebo. Mm-hmm. But we thank you, Township, for letting us to have it inside. Mm-hmm. And hopefully people will have the opportunity to see what we have inside, some decorations, a lot of speakers going to be speaking, and we're going to have a great event. But Ramadan is a very holy for the Muslims. But not only Muslims will benefit, but the community that they have Muslim friends will also benefit. And I'm just going to give you one example, then I'm going to be passing to the others, but I wanted to introduce who we have here. Okay. We have Imam Jawad Ahmed, and we have Brother Hoja Khatib, who is the leader for the Eid Fest Committee. Mm-hmm. We have, of course, everybody knows Hina Jallo, our surrogate, and we have Councilwoman Shipa Uyuddin. And as I mentioned, we have our new president of Interfaith Council, Reverend Sonia Red, and our best man of the township, our mayor.
We have a new title to add to Dr. Philip Mayor Kramer, best man.
So,
okay.
One of the things that is so important in the month of Ramadan is sharing meal with others and also act of charity. So this is our third year that we have an event. We call it annual Franklin Township Ramadan food sponsorship. You know, we have a lot of people in our township that they need help with their food. So we are partnering with the food bank, and our goal is to find a sponsor for 100 families of 3 for the entire month. And each one costs about $100. So we're going to be reaching out to our Muslim community as well as other community members to help us to reach that goal. And all the proceeds will be donated to food bank. So I just want to mention about that. We have a flyer as well, and then I'll finish it.
Wait, before I let you go, is this an outreach that comes from this grouping, or can those in the community who feel they may benefit from it be able to reach you?
So they can, of course, we have this flyer available. Anybody can make a donation. Mm-hmm. We're going to be collecting them, and we're going to give it to the food bank. And again, our goal is to raise $10,000 to help 100 families for 1 month.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
That's incredible. Franklin, stay tuned for this. Thank you, Dr. Karazi. Yes, Imam.
Well, Ramadan is a month of sharing and caring, where we care for our neighbors and also for those who are the less privileged in the society. And as Dr. Alex Karazi mentioned, that one of the aspects of is giving back to the community with that food pantry and sponsorship, because as Muslims, we're supposed to remain hungry and thirsty from dawn to dusk. And that's a long time, long hours. And since it's based on the lunar calendar, so it shifts throughout the 4 seasons. So sometimes we get it in the summer when the sun goes down at 8:30 in the night, which could be a long hour. And sometimes in the winter, or like right now in spring, it's much earlier. But the idea is throughout the day, we feel how the people who are less privileged, the impoverished feel in society, and we can give back to the community. Thank you.
Well, that's a lovely thing for any community to outreach to its own community. But this is especially significant. We have a very large Muslim community in Franklin Township that makes up part of our famed, renowned, and cherished diversity in Franklin Township. Thank you. And brother in charge of Eid?
Yes.
Please explain what Eid is in addition to what Ramadan is for you.
So after the Ramadan, once we fast for 30 days, we celebrate the ending of Ramadan, which is Eid. We all go in big congregation. We pray together. So this is what Eid committee was formed in 2004, and we make arrangements for the Eid prayer for 10,000 people. And right before the COVID, we made arrangements at MetLife Stadium for 50,000 people. So, Alhamdulillah, and we started this crescent lighting in Bergen County from last year. We had 25 towns, and now we have 43 towns in all over New Jersey who are doing the crescent lighting.
That's impressive, exciting. And just tell us exactly what the significance of today's lighting ceremony is.
The significance of today's lighting is just sharing our faith and rich culture with other communities, building bridges, and it's all about peace, building peace together.
Agreed. Thank you so much. Okay, and Mrs. Tina Jallo, our surrogate, please tell us about your involvement in this.
Well, I am a Muslim and we celebrate Ramadan, my family, but also the county recognizes Ramadan and recognizes the celebration throughout the whole county and the state and obviously the country. So it's very important that we all recognize and try to help with the food bank thing that just happened right now, because we fast and we understand that some people go hungry not from fasting but because they can't have food, because they can't afford it. So part of what we do during Ramadan is make sure that everybody gets to eat. So I encourage anybody and everybody who can donate to please donate to us so we can feed people for this month.
Now, is this festival and celebration today available for the public to participate in?
Almost definitely, yes. There are flyers out everywhere, so we really encourage everyone to come out and learn about us.
So this is going to be happening very soon, Franklin. Please stay tuned. Thank you, Mrs. Jallo. Always a pleasure. And now, Ms. Shiba Udeen, who is our renowned councilwoman. I think, were you the first? No, you weren't the first woman. But nonetheless, you're the first Muslim woman. Yes. Tell us about your role in this.
My role, it's all community involvement. I think, we spearhead initiatives that come in mind from our residents, and they reach out, do an outreach, and they ask us for things in terms of celebration, culture events. And, we are so proud and blessed to be in a town that's so diverse, and it's all inclusion, right? We want to make sure we celebrate everyone that's in Franklin, and it's all of our home, right? And we want to make sure we keep it that way. I would be, remiss if I did not mention that it takes a village, and it really does take a village, because once you go in, you'll see it's not just Muslims. We have all of our community members are here, and the wonderful thing about our community is that we do an event planning and you do a rollout, and you'll see our Bill Gripples are here, Board of Ed members, our community, our council members, our county commissioners. Everyone is here and they're united, and that makes my heart so full. And I just love seeing when I see little kids come up and say, "Oh, can we do?" I just had a kid that came up and said, "Can I do a Chinese Lunar Year next year?" And I said, "Of course we can, right?" But I said, let's gather and we'll change ideas. So I see that the youth is getting involved. And that's so important, because you know how it goes, right? They are our future of Franklin. So absolutely love what we're doing in Franklin, and we want to continue doing these amazing events for our community. So if you're out there, you're seeing it, please join us. We're going to start soon. It's till 5 p.m. We have food that's coming in. We have events that's going to, so it's all about our community.
It's about celebration.
It's all about our community.
It's about light. It's about shedding the light.
Yes, it's all about that, yes.
We
Thank you.
appreciate it. Thank you so much. And next we have our brand new, as I have just found out, president
awesome.
president of the Interfaith Council. I must have missed that press release. Nonetheless, we welcome you, Reverend. Tell us about what your involvement in all of this is. How did you become president?
You'll have to ask Dr. Karazi that question.
No, I'm asking you.
However, I'm very grateful that I was thought enough of to be asked to serve as the next president following Dr. Karazi. And so it is my pleasure as a servant of God to be a part of the Interfaith Council, to represent the Interfaith Council of Franklin Township. And I think it's very important that we be involved, and the word interfaith really speaks to itself why I'm here. I believe that those who believe in God, we all believe that there's one God. We're sharing together, we work together, we live in this community together. And so the things that occur in this community, one thing affects all of us. And if there are people in this community that are in need of food, we are very much in support of that. So the Interfaith Council, as people of faith, as leaders of faith, we are strongly in support of helping our neighbor. So we are here to share with our brothers and our sisters, irrespective of what umbrella they serve God under. We're here to share with them. So that's why we are here, and that's what makes us all family.
We are very excited that you're at the helm. I would love to see the resurrection of the Women's Interfaith Council group that was previously run by Dr. Karazi's wife, Manira. And anyway, we would like to see that happen again, because there are so many similarities between all of our different cultures that I think exploring it, and again, from a female perspective, now that we have a female at the head of this, I think will be just wonderful. So we'll talk about that.
Yes.
And again, welcome to your new position. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay.
And last but not least, our Dr. Mayor, best man of wherever, Dr. Philip Kramer. I am struck, before I let you speak, I am struck by the many similarities between Judaism and Muslim in terms of the fasting, in terms of the celebrations of light. What do you think?
Some of the words are even the same, and the melodies of the prayers are very similar. It's a shared history. Well, it's both started with Abraham, and so I've also noted the similarities between them. But the others spoke of this. But to me, one of the reasons why I love that it's being held on township property, first the gazebo, now here, is it makes it available and accessible to everyone in town. And people can feel at ease coming here. And Franklin is an opportunity to learn and to share in other cultures, and get out of your bubble and learn. And if the world could do this, I think we'd have a lot less wars, because if you know these people and you learn to love these people, then how could you fight with them? So I'm thrilled that we're having it here. It's very exciting, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, and we appreciate your constant presence as the leader of our community. So we thank you, Dr. Mayor Philip Kramer, and we welcome you all, Franklin Township, today until 5 p.m., right here at the Senior Center, the Community Center, in the DeMont Lane Municipal Complex. It's right behind the Villagers Theater. There, as we were speaking about, there will be lots of food. There's always lots of food here. But more importantly, the fellowshipping with others who are celebrating in a way that I think you will find more than welcoming. So, with that said, this is PJ Parker, Franklin reporter and advocate, and we'll be back.
Be well, Franklin.